Hi everyone, my name is Marius Kazanskis. If you follow this channel, you know who I am. So this time it's gonna be a more negative than positive video. I want to share my really bad experience with Defenceport Core 12 MagFed shotgun. So first of all, I would like to make a few notices. The dealer in Lithuania of Defenceport, during all these 6 months of my trying to make this gun work, did more than they could. They helped me with everything what's been possible. Just overall, I think this gun have really low quality materials and really bad manufacturing details. So to my point of view, I did what I could to make it as a competitive shotgun, but overall my 6 months of work simply went to the zero. I couldn't do anything without the malfunctions, without the breaking parts. They broke regularly, but everything step by step. So how I got there and why I needed a MagFed shotgun. In 2021-22, I was a Benelli factory shooter. I was shooting the M2 Speed, the classic shotgun, and I was competing since then in modified division. I did really well, like in other IPSC disciplines too. I have medals in level 3 competitions in shotgun, in rifle, handgun, PCC. I have medals in IDPA handgun division. I have medal in 2025 in PCSL 2 gun in Poland. So after all that, I think the next challenge which I should accept would be the free gun. In Europe, we don't have the traditional USA style free gun, but we have Liga Sportera in Poland. It's kind of strange rules, but I was ready to accept this challenge. The only problem I saw, again, coming back that I shot before the modified division with the classic shotgun, in Liga Sportera, if you shoot open division, there is no such modified division like in USA free gun, where you can shoot a handgun, rifle, and modified shotgun. In Liga Sportera, if you shoot open, you can shoot or the classic shotgun or the MagFed. So obviously, if I take my Benelli, the shooters who shoots the MagFed shotgun, they are in much better condition. And of course, my challenge and my goal would be to go and win something there. So I wanted to have the best possible technical equipment which I can trust. So that was the idea, that one of my sponsors will simply pay the invoice and I will get the MagFed shotgun. After all, well, during the process I was interested which gun, which manufacturer to pick. Of course, we have limited gun options of the MagFed shotguns in Lithuania, but I decided to go for this one. So, of course, some of the best world MagFed shotgun shooters told me you have no idea where you're going to accepting or trying to use the Turkish shotguns. But I thought that I can fix that and make it somehow work. After 6 months of trying, of course, I can say I was wrong. So first of all, after I got the gun from the dealer, it was end of September 2025. I had my first few training sessions with around 150 rounds each, and during them I had like 4 or 5 malfunctions, different ones. Double feed, bad ejection, but okay, that's only the starting point. The other thing which I noticed is that safety, it has really sharp edges. Currently, if you see, I polished it because my hands during the first training was in blood. The other thing which I noticed too is that the mag release button with the original spring, it's not possible to push it with the 2 fingers. So I changed it too. I just took the spring same length, just the lighter from the another gun, and it pushes pretty well. The third thing, the most important one, is as you see now there is no bolt stop. I had a few options how to fix that, but the problem during the first trainings was that the spring was so weak, probably, that I thought that there is no spring at all to hold the bolt release latch. It was jumping because of the vibration during shooting and catching the bolt itself. So I had few options how to fix that. I tried a different spring. I tried a plastic tape, which I will show you in the photo. And the option 3 was to remove it at all. I always say that any discipline you shoot, if you have a slide lock, it's a fail. So I thought, if this is the problem of the malfunctions, maybe if I will remove it and make a correct tactical decisions, that could be an option. Let's say probably it wasn't. So after I removed the bolt release handle, training after training, 150 rounds after 150 rounds, I understood that there's other problems, not only the handle. I still had malfunctions, like 5, 6 per training. Again, I will come back. For me, each malfunction is a tragedy. If I want to win a competition, I have to have equipment which I trust. I never think about, will it work? Will it shoot? It must shoot. There is no other options. That came probably from the position which I was for the last 12 or 13 years when I was and am ground power factory shooter, and all these years I was shooting stock guns. I took it from the box. I know it will work. I know it will shoot. I can focus on myself and my performance. When I have a gun with 5, 6 malfunctions every 150 rounds, that's not possible to compete. If you want to buy this gun for the purpose to shoot 10 rounds during the half a year, go ahead. You don't care if you will have malfunctions. You will do the reload and continue shooting for fun. In my case, it's a work. It's a part of my reputation, and I have to perform. So the second idea, what could be the next problem, were the magazines. So talking about the magazines, I have 10 plus of them, and they are a different shape. Part of them fell out when I pressed the mag release button. Part of them don't. What I did, I polished the magwell. So I did well, I think. But still, still I had the same problem. So this fell out, this one don't. And it's like 50-50%. The first thing which I broke in this gun was the part inside the magwell. I will show you in the photo. It's a plastic part with a spring which creates a tension to the magazine. When you press the release button, it helps to throw the magazine out. So it broke during first 1000 rounds. I didn't have the replacement. Well, why I didn't have, I can't answer that. It was not available. So I decided to polish the magwell even more and try to find at least a few magazines which fell out after the magazine button press. Some of them worked well, some of them not. If you would take a look at this magazine, you see that I removed this part. It's again the part which works with the bolt stop. So my policy was, if I'm removing the bolt release handle, I can remove these two because I'm not expecting the bolt stop. So 150 plus 150, malfunctions does not go away. They are still there, but the other part broke. So what happened next? As you see, the hammer, it started to miss the firing pin. How about that? So the only option I had at that moment is to make a double spring, which I will show you in a photo, to make sure the hammer goes directly to the firing pin. It worked, just the spring of the trigger became much heavier. It's around 5 kilos, I think. But again, if this gun would work, I would get used to those 5 kilos. I would work that with no problem. The last thing I broke during my 6 months of this terrible trying was the charging handle. Really fast I got there a few options of the replacements. One of them very fast came back directly to my face, and this one, well, it's pretty easy to remove, and I can't say it sits there really well during, I don't know, each 50 rounds maybe. I have to double check if it's in a position, because that would be another great flight. So after only 1 week left until my first shotgun competition, where I had to shoot open division, I had 150 rounds, and I didn't have a single walkthrough with the mag change without a malfunction. I understood that I had only 1 week. I have around 2,000 kilometers to both ways, and I can't go with this joke. So I decided to take my old Benelli, kiss the barrel, say sorry, and start dry firing loading. I did that during 1 week. I shot the match, shot some good stages, some not that good stages. After that, I dry fired for another 1 month the Benelli, and went back to the Poland for the Poland Shotgun Nationals and got into the top 10, which I really happy about that. But I understood that I don't want ever again to play with the toys which has such a reputation. Some people got angry when I start publishing all this story. Well, this is my experience. I share it on my social media. I don't go to the manufacturer comments. I don't go to the dealer comments. This is my experience. It's really, really bad. It's a 6 month of big work, of lots of training, and in the end, it all went to zero. So in the future, in this case, I would ask you, if you have any ideas, what is it possible to try more to do with this gun to make it work? I'm really interested. Just put any comments. Maybe I did something wrong. Maybe you have the same experience. Please share. I'm really, really interested because, well, while I am a Fiocchi shooter for more than 10 years, I have different options of ammo. I can test different things. I have resources for that. But is it possible? The question, is it possible to make this thing work? So drop any comments. Thank you for watching, and we see you somewhere next time.